There aren't many renewable energy companies with aspirations of disrupting entire industries and the capital required to pull it off, not named Tesla. One of my favorite companies has its eyes set on disrupting power plants and revolutionizing the electricity grid. You see, recent moves by SolarEdge reveal that it wants to be much more than just a dominant solar inverter company. On this episode, we're going to discuss what SolarEdge is up to and why I'm very interested in the company from a long-term investor's perspective. Then I'll give my opinion on the stock. Hi, I'm Gio, and welcome to Renewable Energy Investments. This channel offers a high-level discussion of publicly traded renewable energy companies, because building an investment portfolio starts with building awareness. Okay, so first, a little color on SolarEdge's business. SolarEdge made a name for itself with its flagship inverter and power optimizer products. When solar panels generate power, it is in the form of a DC current. An inverter is used to convert the DC current into an AC current for it to be usable. Power optimizers are small electronic modules attached to the rear side of each solar panel to enable panel-level monitoring and power optimization. By pairing their inverters with DC power optimizers, SolarEdge's combined product became the best at maximizing power generation while simultaneously lowering the cost of energy produced by a PV system. The DC power optimizer enables each solar panel to operate at its own maximum power point, rather than being constrained to a system-wide average. This results in greatly improved energy yields relative to traditional inverter systems. Because the DC current is converted at a single inverter, as opposed to using a separate microinverter for each panel, a SolarEdge's system installed cost per watt is generally significantly lower than comparable microinverter systems, up to 20% lower. Finally, SolarEdge's inverter systems also include a communication device which enables cloud-based monitoring of the platform and smart energy management solutions. SolarEdge is continuously improving its inverters. The latest iteration, called the HD wave, uses an algorithm and digital processing to create a high-definition wave. As a result, it uses less magnetics, has fewer cooling components, and is smaller and lighter. And it's even more efficient and reliable. As a result of this innovation, SolarEdge currently accounts for a whopping 60% of the inverter market share in the US, and effectively has a duopoly with Enphase, who accounts for about 20% of the US market. Because of SolarEdge's dominant position, the business has been very profitable in the last decade, enjoying margins north of 30% while increasing sales quickly, essentially doubling shipments over the past 2 years. All of this success has led to impressive sales and net income growth, and a very strong balance sheet, with lots of cash and very little debt. SolarEdge's financial strength and market dominance means it is in a great position to capitalize on society's impending transition to renewable energy. So I don't bore you with all of the details. Check out my video entitled "Are Renewable Energy Stocks a Buy?" for a more robust discussion of the impending transition to renewable energy, if you have not already. For now, just know that according to the International Renewable Energy Agency, global annual solar additions are expected to increase dramatically over the next 5, 10, and 30 years, essentially into the foreseeable future. Growing the business. This is where SolarEdge stock really starts to get interesting. Despite having a very profitable inverter business, SolarEdge stated in its most recent annual report that it does not intend to pay any cash dividends for the foreseeable future. Instead, management appears to be set on developing new technologies to stay on top of the constantly evolving energy industry, and has been acquiring other companies to further such efforts. Recently, SolarEdge has been building its smart energy technology product line by adding products such as inverters that are compatible with batteries, inverters that boost the rate of electric vehicle charging, smart meters, smart energy devices such as sockets, water heater controllers, and wireless relay, as well as smart thin-film PV solar modules. In October 2018, SolarEdge entered the battery market when it acquired Kokum, a provider of lithium-ion cell batteries and energy storage solutions. Kokum provides battery solutions for a wide variety of industries, including energy storage, electric vehicles, and the marine market. According to its annual report, SolarEdge has plans to expand their manufacturing capabilities for batteries by building a new 2 gigawatt factory in South Korea, in which production is set to begin in 2022. In January 2019, SolarEdge acquired SMRE. With over 15 years of experience developing e-mobility solutions for electric and hybrid vehicles, SMRE provides SolarEdge with powertrain and electronics technology for use in light commercial vehicles and e-motorcycles. Also, through the SMRE acquisition, SolarEdge adds to its product offering automated production machines and telematics, which is essentially vehicle fleet management software. So just to recap, SolarEdge is in the business of inverters and power optimizers, lithium-ion batteries, photovoltaic modules, light electric vehicles and e-motorcycles, electric vehicle charging, smart appliances and smart energy consumption, and smart home energy management systems. Will inverters become commoditized? There has always been concern that inverters will become commoditized, similar to that of solar panels. If many companies offer similar inverters, competition on price could drive down profit margins considerably. As SolarEdge currently controls about 60% of the US inverter market share and essentially has a duopoly with Enphase, SolarEdge would have a lot to lose if it saw a significant increase in competition, causing it to lose market share and slash its prices. However, SolarEdge's patented inverter and power optimizer combination has effectively fought off the competition so far. Further, SolarEdge's recent diversification amongst various product lines should help it counteract any potential decreases in its inverter business, if and when this ever happens. Perhaps more importantly, SolarEdge believes that its ongoing innovation will not only protect its profits and prevent commoditization, but could unlock great value in the future. Solar is already a very cost-competitive technology, but it's still not one with the grid. Accordingly, SolarEdge is developing software for its inverters to optimize solar energy storage, grid integration, and home energy and building energy management. Inverters as the key to energy management. Flipping power from DC to AC is needed for a self-sufficient renewable energy home. Solar panels produce and batteries store DC power, but a home uses AC power for most of its functions. Each time power is flipped from one to the other, power is lost. Optimizing the energy flow between all of the big producers, storage facilities, and consumers in the home can minimize the number of times that energy must be converted from AC to DC or DC to AC, thus making the overall system much more efficient. SolarEdge is leveraging its inverters and software to intelligently decide where the power can be best used or stored. For instance, if the home does not immediately need the power coming out of the solar system, SolarEdge's technology would keep it as DC and send it to the battery for storage. Add in smart appliances, such as a smart air conditioning system and a smart hot water heater capable of communicating with each other and the inverter, and an inverter can function as the energy manager for the entire home. The ambitious grid revolution. If market dominance, a profitable business model, and a wonderful balance sheet wasn't enough, my favorite aspect about SolarEdge's business is its propensity for thinking big. It sort of resembles a Tesla-esque mindset. SolarEdge wants to structurally change our entire energy generation, allocation, and consumption infrastructure, essentially revolutionizing the electricity grid. Its goal is to transform the grid into a decentralized energy network. Think of each home as its own mini power plant, and all homes collectively functioning as a peaker plant when controlled by artificial intelligence, which is able to throttle power loads up and down in coordination with each home's solar and battery systems as needed. Each home becomes an active energy participant, producer, and consumer. In SolarEdge's conception of this virtual power plant, SolarEdge envisions its smart inverters as the gateway. In converting energy from DC to AC, the smart inverter is able to see and control the entire electrical network of a home. SolarEdge believes that this data and control puts it in a unique position to offer virtual power plant services. When you start talking about hundreds or thousands of homes in a city, the ability to throttle the combined load up and down and the ability to push power from each home's respective energy storage unit back to the grid starts to get very exciting. In this way, cities can reduce their energy bills, reduce reliance on coal, natural gas, and nuclear power plants, and enhance the value of solar power systems. SolarEdge has already begun to roll out its first iterations of the virtual power plant software. According to a Business Wire article, launched in the beginning of July, the Connected Solutions program will charge and discharge batteries of participating storage systems owners in order to supply energy during times of high demand. By improving the payback for solar plus storage systems and encouraging higher volumes of installations, the program offers benefits to both supply system owners and PV installers. My opinion. To me, SolarEdge is a high-risk, high-reward type of stock. Being as the company currently has 60% US inverter market share, if a competitor was able to knock SolarEdge off of its perch and take significant market share, we could see a steep fall. But it's really hard to hate on a stock because of its high market share. This is just too much of a the glass is half empty point of view for me to make a decision based off of it. It appears that management has done a wonderful job with this company over the last 5 years, and they seem to have proven themselves to be very competent and capable of continuing to execute going forward. I really like that management is diversifying the company's product offerings to add some stability to the business. But we'll have to wait and see just how successful these products turn out to be. But in the meantime, there will likely be a cash drain on the business. Further, I'm not convinced that each product individually would be a smashing success. Solar panel modules are already considered commodity-like and may not be very profitable going forward. Similarly, there are an increasing number of players getting into lithium-ion battery production, and in my opinion, it will be hard for SolarEdge to compete with Tesla on battery quality and price, as Tesla likely has a sizable lead on pretty much everyone else in the space. So again, SolarEdge will likely face stiff competition here. On the other hand, when viewed together as a bundle, offering the full suite package consisting of an inverter, power optimizer, battery, solar panels, smart appliances, and energy management software could prove to be an extremely formidable package and allow SolarEdge's product offerings to stand out from the competition. In the short term, SolarEdge's inverter and power optimizer combination should continue to be a cash cow and provide more than enough capital to support the newer product lines. In the long term, I really like that management is thinking big picture, especially their plans to become a player in the virtual power plant game. If successful, a SolarEdge provided virtual power plant could prove to be very profitable, and could help drive demand for each of SolarEdge's other products. However, SolarEdge may face competition in this space as well, as other companies are eyeing virtual power plants. For instance, SolarEdge may end up butting heads with Tesla here too, as Tesla recently filed a patent for an energy management grid controller system and has reportedly seen early success using its Powerwalls in virtual power plants. However, Tesla does not currently make its own solar inverters, but instead uses third-party inverters such as that from SolarEdge. So the two companies' products could end up complementing each other going forward. Either way, I'm super pumped for these virtual power plants, regardless of which companies are behind them. Virtual power plants could be a really big deal in the upcoming years, and would really help to accelerate the transition to renewables in general. I like that SolarEdge is set up to be a player. The SMRE acquisition is a complete dark horse. Since the acquisition, the SMRE website has been taken down, making it hard to get a feel for what is going on with SolarEdge's machine automation and electric vehicle technology. I hope SolarEdge is using the automation technology to improve its manufacturing processes to increase efficiency across multiple product lines. I'm skeptical that SolarEdge would be able to compete in the traditional electric vehicle space, but if it specialized in smaller e-mobility niche and brought in electric motorcycle or marine vehicles to market, that would be pretty cool to see. Ultimately, I consider SolarEdge one of the blue chip renewable energy stocks, at least for the time being. Because of its inverter dominance, strong management team, and products with serious potential, I would like to pick up some more shares of this one in the future. I could see this stock doing very well over the next few years, but we'll need to keep a close eye on the performance of the new product lines and any changes in the competitive landscape. Thanks for making it to the end of the video. I invite you to subscribe to this channel so you can follow along in our discussion of SolarEdge and other wonderful renewable energy companies in future episodes. Let me know in the comments below. Do you think virtual power plants will replace peaker plants over the next few years? Will SolarEdge be one of the main virtual power plant players? Do you own or plan on purchasing any SolarEdge? Or is there too much uncertainty keeping you on the sideline? Oh, and let me know if you liked the video by clicking the thumbs up button. It really helps support the channel with the YouTube algorithms and allows me to keep creating quality content.